Oh yeah, food affecting our just our feminine lives in general, and lifestyle choices, different things that we use day to day. I wrote sugar in all caps.
Su- Oh my gosh, yes, sugar. I mean,
But it's so addictive.
so you know what I want to talk about today?
Hmm.
Second puberty.
Oh,
Yes.
oh yes.
So it relates to wombs, reproductive health in general. But so I just came across the term like 2 weeks ago, and I was browsing on Instagram, and someone was talking about second puberty and how like it's a thing. And then I went on Twitter, and people were sharing their stories. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, my body has changed so much since I was 20.
Hmm.
Like I think back to our freshman and sophomore years in college, I was like so thin, and I just things have my body has changed. I feel like not just physically, but also physiologically. And I feel like, I'm getting acne more and eczema, things that like I never had.
Yeah.
Right. And I looked it up, and I guess second puberty is like that time when your body's going through transition again, but it usually happens in your 20s and early 30s.
I
Um,
didn't know there was a word for that. See, I thought I was crazy. I thought I was the only. I was like, what is going on? I got
yes.
confused. Wow, I didn't know that was actually a thing because I can relate to the breaking out. I was like, what is this? I've never had a pimple in my life. I didn't know
Right.
I didn't know how to deal with it. And it really like also like psychologically the way it affects us psychologically going through those changes when you're
Yeah.
used to your body being a certain way for so long, for 20, 22 years, 23 years. All of a sudden you think you're an adult, and then you start getting adult acne. It's like, what is this? Why
Right.
does it hit me when it hits everybody else at like
Right. Like I'm getting acne, I'm getting eczema, and I'm like, I never had eczema in my life, when I was younger. And then all of a sudden, all these changes, and even my body, it's like, it's just how it's developing. And I realize it is a thing, right? And it's so crazy. I look back at our college photos, and I'm like, I don't look like that. Like, even if I work out, right? And, I work out and stuff, it's like, I will never look like that again. And that's okay. you know
yeah.
I'm embracing, my body changing, and embracing in that. But it's so weird, Sylvia. I just feel like I'm still trying to get used to it, because I'm like, those clothes I had when I was
It can
in
be
college,
it can be a lot.
yeah, it's just, and it's just interesting.
It is very
So second puberty is a thing.
yeah. Has anybody in the chat experienced second puberty before? Yes, our bodies do continuously change, Ashley. Mm-hmm. It is up to us to embrace it. Yeah. It definitely like reaffirms. I keep reminding myself that life is only full of constant changes and there's nothing that stays the same. And that just aligns with that.
Yeah.
Very shocking.
It is shocking. I
It's
mean,
like, what's going on?
I'm like, what is going on? Like, literally, and it just feels like I woke up one day, and everything has changed. It feels like college has flown by, Sylvia. And I woke up, and I'm like, wait, what happened to Bria
Right.
in 2013? Like,
Yeah.
it's just, it's so interesting. But you're right, we have to embrace it. But I'm still not there yet fully. I'm just still trying to grasp the fact that like my body has changed so much. And even to the eczema, I'm like, what in the world? Like,
Yeah, that's hard. I remember I've experienced like twice, maybe three times in my life where my like really acted weird out of nowhere. And one time, when I was still living in California, it's like really dry um, in the valley areas. My skin got very, very dry, and I wasn't sure it was this new exfoliating stuff I use because I got it from a review like organic products. So scared. I put them all the way to the side, and my face would not moisturize to save my life. It just felt like a dry. I had dry scales on my face, and no moisture was penetrating. I bathed myself in Nivea cream. That's the only thing that worked. It was painful. It was kind of itchy. It was red. It felt like it burnt sometimes. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? It's a lot. Being a woman is it's fun. It's a great learning experience, but it's a lot.
It is a lot, and I think no one prepared me for that. And like Ashley says, like that's true. Society has you thinking that you should maintain this girlish figure, right, your whole life. And I always thought that. I thought, in my 20s, I'm still gonna look like what I looked like when I was in college. But when I tell you those hips have developed, and I'm just like, I can't even. I don't even wear a size. I remember when I used to wear a size 4. Okay, like I can't fit into that, And it's not even like me gaining the weight. It's just like physiologically, my body is changing as I go through my 20s, and it's been so hard to
Yeah,
deal with that. I'm like, ugh.
yeah, it can be very. I totally get that. So, like, how do you have any? Do you currently have any like processes, any practices or routines that help you cope with it, or are you still like developing?
Um,
But it's okay either way. I'm just curious.
actually, mm, well, in terms of like this, so the skin, I've been, just learning more about my skin, and making sure I choose products that complement my skin. And so it's been fun being able to like choose different products and take time in my skincare regimen. Um, and so that's what I'm doing to cope. Like similarly, like with, the clothes that I wear now, I had to switch up my whole wardrobe. But it is exciting to now shop for new clothes and like try different things I normally didn't. Like now I color block a lot. I never really used to do that. I used to like just match. And so I'm embracing it by like being more creative with my style. So yeah.
That's a really, I think that's a really, that's a good idea. So like, try your best to embrace the flow. It's really hard, but
It is hard, but I feel like no one has prepared me for this. Like,
yeah. Honestly, I think now that you bring that up, like I didn't, it never really occurred to me that I think we go through things in life and we think that we're the only ones that's experiencing that thing, but it turns out that there's a whole bunch of other women and other people who are experiencing a similar thing. It doesn't look the exact same for each of us,
right.
but it's still related and still on the same plane. Um, so I think we should definitely. That's really a good. I feel like that would be a good article to write, or like a good like topic to really delve deeper into. Of second,
Yeah.
the first time today that I've heard that word, but
Yes.
explained it, I completely understood what you were saying because I've experienced it, you know,
Right.
and it threw me for a loop.
Threw me for a loop.
I was like, it's like you used to seeing yourself a certain way, and you've gotten used to um, certain the image that you have in your early 20s, and then you're getting older and you're getting closer to 30 and your mid 20s, and your body starts to change, and sometimes it can be difficult to accept those changes because you're like, but I like how I was. Who told
Right.
me to change? I wasn't prepared for this. You
Right. Like, I liked how it was.
Yeah, like there was a point where I literally hid in my. I'm not kidding. I was so glad that I worked from home because I could hide from everybody and nobody could see my skin because I can't eat any meat products. When I do, I break out horribly, like horribly, and it lasts like 2-3 months where like it's all over my forehead, it's all over here, and it leaves this really like bad acne scars, and it goes away eventually, but it takes time for for my body to cope with that, and that really like messed with me, um, psychologically speaking, because I like my face. I don't want to like, feel like I have to wear makeup all the time. I like to just see my skin, but it can be like, for me, it was nerve wracking the way I associate with my beauty and my skin being something that I've always really liked, and then having to
Yeah.
look like a prickly, like, I don't know what to call it, porcupine from pimple version.
Right.
I literally hid in the house. Like, I hid. I enjoyed having groceries delivered. I mean, I had to go get groceries, so I would go get groceries, but like, I was so happy that my bangs grew out because then I could have my bangs out, and um, I mean, there's some pictures on my Instagram right now where you can tell that I have acne, and I ain't try to hide it. And it's
Mm.
like I use a filter to like help make it look smoother, like the Instagram filter and stuff. So like that's just something that like I have to be honest with and hold myself accountable to, but it's hard. I never
It's very hard.
like I stay far away from meat because I just don't want to deal with it as little as possible. I don't know how to. It's still something that's really, really big. And a lot of women deal with that, in their older years and dealing with acne. So I think it helps us relate to other people, in a
Right.
way that we weren't able to before. But
Right.
I don't know if I want to relate in that way. Be honest. Being
Exactly.
honest.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, back acne. Yes. When I tell you, I've never gotten back acne before. The pandemic, Ashley, you're right. Like, when it started, I would get back acne every time, like a week before my period. Like, I kid you not. Like, it wouldn't be on my face, it would be on my back. And I was so self-conscious. I was like, oh, I was trying different products, just trying to soothe my skin, getting these like cooling pads with aloe vera. Um, and now I feel like it's definitely gotten better, but I still get acne, and it's ugh.
Wow, it's crazy. Like, this is why I think it's really cool to have men in the conversation as well. Um,
Yeah,
when we talk about women's bodies, um, so they can understand us a bit more. I mean, we could be in distance too and see where they are, but yeah, I've experienced one or two. Um, like when I get a random pimple on my back or like somewhere where I don't usually, I'd be like, "What the hell is this? What the hell is this?" But it's so crazy. I think it's crazy that second puberty is a thing. They should really tell. They should tell girls this. Like for us to.
yeah. I think there needs to be more support for our age, the 20-year-olds, because no one prepared us for this, and
Yeah.
it's like just like we had to figure out menstruation on our own, we have to figure this out on our own. It shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't. That's sad. I think slowing down helped me to be more in tune with my body needs. Yes, yes. Slowing down
Mm-hmm.
into your body.
Yep.
I've had to learn that a lot in the last like 3-4 years. I'm getting better um, at listening to what my body's telling me, like paying attention. I think our bodies are always communicating with us and telling us what it likes, what it doesn't like. It's just, um, like Ashley said, our ability to slow down and actually listen and be in tone and hear,
Yeah.
versus it just passing over our heads and um, trying to figure it out. Versus the message is already there, but sometimes it's very
Yeah.
easy to ignore it or miss it because society, there's a lot going on in the world. We have a lot to do. We got to work, you got school, you got family, you got friends, you got other responsibilities, and it can easily feel like um, you should put yourself lower on the rung to take care of all these others first. But I'm glad to see that more and more women are realizing that it's better to take care of ourselves so that we're better able to take care of other people, because
Yeah.
we can't give from an empty cup.
Right.
Really difficult. I tried that before. It was horrible.
Yeah. It, you're so right. And even on the topic of wombs, I feel like, you know, I switched products. So now I'm using reusable period underwear. I don't use disposable anymore. And I feel like that has made me slow down and be in tune with my body because, I have to change the underwear, wash it, and I feel like I'm putting more, effort into supporting myself throughout that time. And it's been great. When I tell you period underwear has been a godsend.
I can try those.
It's so comfortable and it's been so great for the pain. Like I feel like my pain has reduced since I've used the period underwear.
Hmm.
Um, and it's so comfortable, literally. And I go outside with it. We went on a date I had on my period underwear and no problem. And it's been so, I love it. Like,
Yeah. Honestly, it's really good to have that peace of mind and not think like
mhm,
I have to take out my tampon at this time. Boy.
right.
Go to the bathroom and change my pad at this time. Like taking the time to make sure everything's like copacetic. Is that the word? Yeah, everything's flowing right. Ashley's been wanting to try period underwear. Where do you get yours, Bria?
You should. So I get mine from
Hmm.
theperiodcompany.com.
Okay.
And with Love Your Menses, we get a whole bunch of free stuff. So
Yeah.
I got to try them, and I love them. And the free bleeding, I feel like, is very helpful for like reducing the pain, and the blood flow of how heavy it is. So it's been a lot lighter. And people are always like, well, does that mean like you're gonna soak through underwear? And I'm like, no, if anything, my flow has been lighter since using the underwear, to
Mm.
the point where like, TMI is just when I use the bathroom is when most of the blood comes out versus on the underwear.
Yeah.
Um, and so I think more people, if they try it, then they'll realize like, you won't be leaking and feel like you have blood on your underwear. You don't feel anything.
Yeah. Ashley said she used the reusable cups and she also noticed
Oh.
pain relief. I agree with you both because I use the reusable cups as well. I really like it, and
Mm.
my flow was light before, but it's way lighter now. And I would get like random cramping here and there, and I don't experience my cycle's very very fluid and simple and easy, for me. Um, I totally agree. I feel like when we use, I really think a lot of the products now uh, are what is contributing to a lot of womb issues and
Mhm.
diseases and like lots of PMSing and lots of menstrual cramping and Helma-Keys, lots of heavy flow, all of that.
Yeah.
It's all the stuff that they put in these products and they don't even they're not even liable for listing the things on these products. We don't know what to put in most of these store-bought tampons and things and the pads, and it really makes, I can feel the difference. Like it's really, it makes you feel uncomfortable when you try something new that's more natural. Then you look back and you're like, I can totally feel the difference, you know. So it's really great that now we have um, more options for healthier alternatives.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
getting the sun's going down.
I know the sun is going down here too. I'm like, wait, the light has definitely dimmed.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm gonna
Put this lamp on.
go grab my charger.
Thank you for showing up, Ashley, and staying here for so long. I know you have other responsibilities and things.
Hold on, I'm just charging my phone.
Okay.
Oh, allow me to charge it.
Ashley, I just remember when you made us like, the cramping pad things. It had like the little balls. In it. Oh, that used to be my jam.
Oh
I
yes.
literally traveled everywhere with that thing. I went from UMass, California with it. I moved down south with it. I moved to California. I moved back down south with it. It's now I can't find it. I'm so sad.
Yes, I remember those heating
Yeah,
pads. Yeah,
I
yeah.
really appreciate you picking up for us.
Oh, thanks, Ashley.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I
Really
know.
happy to have.
Yeah, thank you. The rice heating
Yeah,
pads.
yeah. The rice eating pads. Those that was such a lifesaver. That came in handy for like the random cramping, especially like I still experience some cramping while in college, so I used it a lot more frequently then. But even like later on, even when I wasn't having cramping, it was cold. I would just warm it up and sheets with.
This is
I think you definitely should do that because that's definitely something that lots of women will buy.
very true.
Yeah, it lasts a very long time. It was really well made. It lasts very, very long time. I wish I could find it. One day it disappeared. I've been everywhere. I traveled. I literally had it for years. Since you made it, I still have it. And I've traveled to many different states with it, and it stayed in great condition.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely think you should sell it. Women would, that'd be a great business. You can put it on like you could do on Etsy if you want. You could do a little cute shop on Etsy. Um, another storefront, but I think that's a great business idea. You did a good job making those. It was such a lifesaver, and it does take like a lot to maintain it because all you have to do is you could remove it out of the outer cloth and wash it out of cloth if you had to, and then put it back in. So it was super.
Yep. I love heating pads. Oh. Oh my gosh. So, I've been sugaring. So I don't do
What?
waxing anymore. I do sugaring.
Wax is so painful. I think.
Sugaring is a little less painful. Um, so I go to Sugarist and it's been so good, Sylvia. Like, I don't get as many ingrown hairs as I used to. It's so smooth. It lasts, I feel like it lasts a little bit longer than waxing. And it's so great. I feel like sugaring has helped with me, like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like, like I would always take care of, you know, my womb area, but because I know someone else will be looking at it, well, besides Bay, um, it's like I put more effort into making sure like I exfoliate. No one ever told me you gotta exfoliate down there.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? These are things people don't talk about. And so now I've been like, because I get sugared, I'm like, all right, I gotta make sure I exfoliate. I'm taking time so that way I look good and feel good. So sugaring has been great for me.
Actually asked if you do it yourself or if you go to a salon.
I go to a salon. So I used to go to one in Quincy, um, that started by my friend Emily, who owns Skin and Yoni. But now I go to one in West Hartford. It's a great sugaring studio, Ashley, and you shouldn't be too far from there. So I'll send you the info. But she's so great, and yeah. Oh, I used to make sugar wax. Oh wow.
Oh, ooh, I
See,
honestly I've seen people do that, and I thought about briefly trying it, but the thought of yanking it off myself just
yeah. See, I can't do it
like
myself.
yank it off for me because I don't have to be like, oh no.
See, no, I can't do it myself, but I can have someone else do it for me. But myself, I was literally screaming every time I get a Brazilian. I'm like, ah! I'm like kicking them. Yes, Ashley, I'll send you I'll DM you the location. It's called Sugar Zen. No, Sugar Gen. Sugar Gen, as in like generation.
Yeah. Like honestly, I didn't know that you have to exfoliate down there frequently, like every other skin area, until I started waxing. My wax, the lady I would go to be like, make sure you exfoliate. And I'm like, you have to do that too. So it's like there's so much I feel like we don't know as women until we get within the experience and then we learn through the experience.
Yeah.
So I think like sharing that information more. I'm sure there's other women out there who are doing things like that. Sometimes I come across different blogs and things where women like share their experiences and different knowledge and wisdom they've gained through the years. But I think that there could be a lot more like media about that in terms of
Hmm.
like TV shows about it, blogs about it,
Hmm.
channels about it. Maybe that's something I have responsibility for myself too, and add it on to things that um, I should do or want to do. But like sharing
Yeah.
more with each other, I think it definitely helps.
Right. Yeah.
Wax itself, it feels like a whole adventure. I remember the first time I was trying to make my wax appointment, I was online trying to read, and I was low-key kind of scared because everybody was like, it's really painful. And I was like, I don't know if I want to experience this pain.
Yeah, it's not as painful as waxing. So sugaring is definitely easier to manage.
Yeah. Ashley, let me do my arms and legs. Still doing your arms and underarms, your legs and underarms, Ashley. That's like, I
Yeah, that's
tried sugaring because I cut myself on my leg the other day and I'm tired. I'm tired of little nips. Usually I'm really good, but it's like those random times when
uh,
you like a cut and now you have a bruise on your leg and it's like
I know.
I don't want a bruise on my leg when I'm wearing my cute little dress. I want to smooth and scarless but
I know.
I should try it. I'll work up the nerve. Let's see if I do. I say I think I should, but we'll see.
Right. Speaking of scars, I need to like use some turmeric to get rid of some of these like scars I have.
I need to start doing more of that. Oh, things that get rid of scars. I use this. It's like this exfoliating soap bar. It's like a chemical exfoliant.
Oh.
Get it from Nini from Health. This is like, I'm not sponsored at all, but in the future she will sponsor me. But these are the washes, the feminine wash that I use.
Oh.
I swear by these. I don't go. I never run out. I never ever allow myself to
Oh wow.
ever run out. I'm telling you, when I buy these, I buy 6 at a time. I got like 3 of each. So this one has colloidal silver in it.
Oh nice.
Yeah, this one it's not. These aren't open. I have like 4 of them in my bag.
Why do you have 4?
Listen, because I always need to have the pink one. This pink one is for extra loving. It has colloidal silver in it, so it really helps when like you need to rebalance your pH or when you're on your cycle, because you know
Got
this
it.
thing like throw your pH off. Like if you're more prone to yeast or VV, this is really good for that. Like if you're a bit more sensitive, you ate too much sugar, maybe. um,
Right.
and this one you could use like every day. This is
Oh.
the regular one. It's non-toxic. It has lots of really good ingredients in here, and I really love it. It's not like very drying either. It cleans really well, but it doesn't dry out your skin.
Oh, thanks, Ashley. Enjoy your walk, and we'll have to catch up.
Yes, thank you for coming, Ashley. Enjoy your walk. I'll certainly send you those names.
So they make so this brand makes a chemical exfoliant.
Yeah, so I follow her on Instagram. Let me write her name. I'm gonna write.
Oh, it's not Nene from Health.
It's Nini Femme Health. It is.
She makes the exfoliant too.
She does. It's called the kojic acid soap. She
Oh.
changed the name now. I think now she calls it the Glow Bar.
Oh.
It's this orange soap. It's not in the packet anymore. I'll go on the website and I'll take like a picture of the website so you know how to find it.
Oh. I'll have to check it out.
Yes, I'll definitely do that, Ashley. Have a great walk and a nice evening. Tell Tim we said hello.
Yes. Tell him we said hello.
Yeah, it's really good. I bought it first for my face, but I use it on my entire body
Oh.
a while because you have to leave it on for like 2 minutes so it can do its thing. So I like to shower with like the glove. I don't like the washcloth. So
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
like the glove and it helps like exfoliate daily. And I use that. I just my sweet time.
Mm-hmm.
This, but I've also used these to shower because I ran out of my Dr. Bronner soap.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I have so many of these. I was able to use showers. That's how many of these I have. And that's really good for the entire body. You can take a bath with it. If you want to run a bath, you can use it on your face. It's really good for skin, so men can use it. Yeah. Love it.
Nice. I have to check it out.
Yeah, that really. It smells so good.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love things that smell good.
It smells like kind of like fruity.
Oh,
Yeah. She
love a
has
good.
really good like face soaps. She has this other one. It's called flower something. It has a literal flower in
Oh.
clear soap, but I don't know how she did. But she put a flower in it. It's pretty, but it's really good because it helps with acne, um,
Mm.
daily exfoliating, and all that. So yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
All right, love.
I'm tired.
I'm sleepy.
I'm really tired. This was a great conversation. You
It
told me
really
something
is.
new, puberty. I didn't know that was actually like
Yeah,
the real thing that a lot of people experience. So.
it really is. I know. I want to just learn more about it. So that way, I can educate others on it.
If you come across like any like articles or
I will.
the papers, send them my way.
I definitely will. Oh, it's so good seeing your face.
Thank you too.
um, can you text me your address?
Oh yes, yes.
Thanks. Um, but yeah, we'll have to do this again. And it was so good to have Ashley on.
I know it was really great. And she stayed like the whole time. I noticed that men popped in, but they popped right out as soon as because every time they popped in, we were talking about that shit. And they'd be so scared of that conversation. But
They wanted to see our beautiful faces, so
yeah, but they have conversations. The pom pom. You gotta know what the pom pom means. Help her get balanced.
Well, have a good evening.
You as well. All right, talk to
And
you.
good night, virtual world.
Good night. Thank you, everyone who showed up. I think I'm gonna put this on. Save this and put it
Oh
channel
yeah,
on my
go
page.
right ahead. Yeah.
Wanted to see, can see it, especially with the. I'm wearing blankets. I'm so tired. uh, second puberty. That's what it was. What the second?
Second puberty.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, love.
Good
Love you.
night.
Bye.